Or I will make the presentation. Let me share my screen, share my slide. Okay, today's topic that is related to workplace management framework for retail checkout stations. And look at the catalog, like introduction, proposed organizational framework structure, implementation strategy, and operation reports. And sustainability analysis of the proposed framework, and also framework effect evaluation and optimization paths, and also outlook and limitations. First of all, let's look at the introduction part. Research background environment with dense customer flow. Cashier workstations are the most direct interaction nodes between customers and enterprises. Their work efficiency and employee welfare are directly related to service quality and customer satisfaction. As consumers' expectations for service experience increased, traditional cashier management model faces problems. For instance, like rigid processes, backward technology, and heavy employee workload. And this is urgent to optimize from a system management perspective. And our research objective is that aims to propose an operational and sustainable workplace management framework in order to optimize the workflow technology deployment and employee management system of retail cashier stations to achieve the following goals. And the goals include improve cashier efficiency and shorten customer waiting time. I also protect employees' physical and mental health and reduce occupational fatigue. Guide store managers to build a scientific and flexible operating mechanism. Promote the integrated deployment of retail services and digital systems. And for the problem statement in the current research on retail checkout station management, multiple challenges need to be addressed to ensure the framework's practical implementation and scalability. This includes difficulties in integrating digital technologies across diverse retail formats, maintaining employee well-being while improving efficiency, and adapting to high customer flow without compromising service quality. And moreover, existing cashier workflows often lack flexibility and real-time responsiveness, leading to increased cognitive load and repetitive strain injuries for employees. Therefore, this study must overcome barriers in system design, data integration, and user adaptability to create a sustainable and operational effective solution. And for scope and the limitation of study, this study highly focuses on medium to large retail chains with a stable cashier-based checkout station. And it includes purely self-service or unmanned retail formats. The proposed solution is designed under the assumption of basic digital infrastructure and trained personnel. Cultural and regional differences in practices are not deeply explored. Okay, let's continue the part of proposed organizational framework and structure. In order to systematically improve the quality of cashier management, the framework design covers the following 5 core dimensions. like organizational rule dimension and coordination mechanism, workflow and space layout optimization, technical system integration application, employee safety and health protection system, and also training and the performance improvement mechanism. Vision and mission. This is very important that build an intelligent cashier environment that takes into account both customer experience and also employee well-being, and improve transaction efficiency, service continuity, and personnel support through scientific design and information technology. And modular structure diagram, like workplace management framework for retail checkout stations. Also, that has 5 parts totally, like organizational structure, work processes, technical systems, employee development and welfare, strategy, performance, and support. So, which one is important? Let me explain. The employee development and welfare is very important than other parts because like it's include training programs, rotational breaks, and incentives and support which can help employee to effectively work and make sure they can balance their mental issues or and work pressures. And for work environment and workflow description, the workflow is structured into 3 repeating operational periods. And first of all, preparation phase, system boot up, staff role assignment, and readiness check. The second one is to continuous customer checkout operations supported by dynamic resource allocation. Also, recovery phase, brief rest, system diagnostics, and feedback review, looping back into service. Environmental conditions include noise, standing posture, and constant visual attention, which justifies the framework's integration of human-centered ergonomics and adaptive scheduling algorithms. And for framework adaptability, adaptation dimensions. And for dimension, uh, let me elaborate what parts of dimension is that store size, technology readiness, staffing structure, cultural regulatory fit. And for adaptation method, look at the store size, simplification of modules, elimination of rotation systems. Large stores use all systems. This is what does mean by store size. And for technology readiness, like the adaptation method is there are no technical conditions, manual scheduling plus training and upgrading, conditional like introduce AI scheduling and monitoring systems. And for staffing structure, the method is the fewer personnel multi-role measure sufficient personnel subdivide functions to improve efficiency. And for cultural part, set up configurable process modules to meet local compliance needs. And framework adaptability, like applicable store types, also have 3 key ingredients like small community convenience store, medium-sized supermarket chains, also a large shopping mall, which also illustrate the increased efficiency but don't rely on equipment, strike a balance between efficiency and employee experience, realize the intelligence and sustainability, a sustainable management of the whole processes. Look at the third part, implementation strategy and operational support. Organizational dimension of labor process optimization, like clear dimension of labor, which sets the responsibilities of cashiers, guides, baggers, regional supervisors, etc., in order to avoid overlapping or missing tasks. Process standardization build an operation path based on customer traffic flow and counter layout to reduce invalid actions and cognitive load. And for real-time monitoring mechanism, introduce KPI indicators such as processing time per order, number of checks, automatic rate to adjust the scheduling and the onset reason. Clear dimension of labor and process standardization. This research team nearby Sabers simulated the effects of two HR practices, empowerment and employee development, using agent-based model and at a large UK department store. And for empowerment, cashiers were authorized to independently handle abnormal transactions, price issues, small defects without constant managerial intervention. Employee development staff receive training to diversify their skills, including check management, transaction accuracy, and proactive customer service. Let me briefly introduce the diagram, like experimental group, empowerment plus training. And in this part, customer satisfaction improvement is about 12%. Cashier intervention rate like approximately under 30%. Transaction error rate below 20%, and sales increase which approximately from 5 to 8%. Empowerment only, the customer satisfaction improvement like 80%. Cashier intervention rate 25% below. Transaction error rate below 12%. Sales increase from 3 to 5%. Training only, the data shows that 6% below, 18% below 10%, and from 2 to 3% respectively. And baseline no intervention, there is no data shows how the baseline performance. A simulation study by Sabre demonstrated that clearly defined responsibilities and operational empowerment for frontline staff significantly reduce unnecessary material interventions. That is below 30% and improved customer satisfaction about 12%. These findings support the argument that a well-structured dimension of labor, such as clearly assigning tasks to cashiers, guides, and supervisors, which can mutually enhance operational efficiency and service quality in retail channel environment. And for the technology integration and information system, POS system upgrade, deploy multi-function all-in-one machines and terminal devices that support multiple payment methods. Introduction of self-service equipment, self-service checkout errors to share manual pressure and meet different customer preferences. Data-driven scheduling, apply real-time customer flow statistics and trend analysis to dynamically adjust service resources. And the POS system upgrade on the left are the data before and after the POS machine upgrade obtained based on the document The impact of advanced POS systems on retail store efficiency and customer satisfaction. From this, we can clearly see the obvious changes in various parameters before and after the POS machine upgrade. And self-service equipment, for this diagram, we can see clearly the equipment penetration rate, especially for food. Self-checkout value is higher than other parts like equipment penetration rate, non-food. Self-service checkout is a percentage of total store losses. Also, Malaysia safe accounts for the percentage of self-service checkout losses. Let me introduce what does mean by self-service equipment. As can be seen from the table, self-service checkout has been widely used in retail with a penetration rate of 96% in food stores and 77% in non-food stores. It significantly improves checkout efficiency, which reduces waiting time, enhances customer experience, and reduces labor costs. Although there is a certain risk of loss, with the deployment of loss prevention technologies such as AI recognition, the efficiency and risk control capabilities of self-service checkout are improving simultaneously, and it has a long-term development potential. Safety and health management. Ergonomic design equipped with adjustable counters, anti-fatigue mats, and stand-seat alternating facilities. The second one is safety training and conflict handling. Training employees to deal with customer conflicts, system failures, and emergencies under high pressure. Rotation and rest mechanism, setting up mandatory rest cycles to reduce repetitive muscle use and mental fatigue. And for training system and talent incentives, initial training covers operating skills, customer communication, employment use, and safety regulations. Continuous improvement, conduct service reviews, case reviews, and new system adaptabilities courses. Incentive mechanism set skill levels, service star selection, promotion channels to improve employee stickiness and a sense of belonging. Training system and talent incentives according to the training report. Retail companies invest an average of 1,000 per person in training, significantly improving basic operations and communication skills. And Dylan Pig pointed out that 94% of employees stay in the company because of their stronger willingness to receive training, indicating that initial training is crucial to improve employee stickiness. And Braden Hall Group research shows that companies equipped with learning systems have increased their per capita revenue by 288%. Pisco Smart points out that continuous training can increase employee productivity by about 30% and enhance their adaptability systems. According to SPAR Plot, employees are recognized that regular are 5 times more likely to stay. And Wikipedia recognition states also shows that and the rewards can increase employee by more than 80%, efficiently enhancing a sense of belonging. And for the fourth part, sustainability analysis of the proposed framework. Long-term development adaptability track technology trends such as AI settlement, mobile payment, and intelligent check prediction to ensure the extensibility of the framework technology lifecycle. Okay, reserve and upgrade adaptation modules for emerging retail firms, such as O2O integration and unmanaged market. Build an iterative mechanism to continuously optimize processes design and service response based customer feedback and operational data. According to the in retail application status report, more than half of retail companies have been exploring more than 6 AI application scenarios, including smart settlement, mobile payment, check prediction, etc., showing that companies are paying more and more attention to the scalability of technology. The rates of unmanned retail also necessity of upgrading system modules. The 2024 Global Unmanned Store Market Report predicts that the market will jump from 81.4 billion to more than 86 906 at an annual compound growth rate of 31.6% in the next 10 years, providing a strong motivation for companies to adapt to new retail models such as O2O and one person, one store. In terms of process optimization, a study on the design of intelligent checking systems shows that the customer flow prediction system combined with algorithms such as YOLOVA and built-to SORT can reduce the prediction error by nearly 30%, effectively reducing customer waiting time, verifying the application value of the feedback-based rapid iteration mechanism in service optimization. All right, can I? Safety and employee welfare protection. Safety operation guidelines to reduce accidents and occupational injuries also increase employee healthy attention and use wearable devices to monitor load, and also reduce emotional labor and improve job satisfaction through a positive organizational culture. The safety and welfare measures we propose are clearly supported by data. For example, in 2022, the U.S. retail industry reported more than 420,000 fatal injuries, emphasizing the importance of standardized operating procedures. Of employee health studies have shown that wearable devices can effectively monitor workloads and reduce absences due to by 20%. Wearable sensors reveal. In addition, a positive organizational structure can also bring about practical changes. Relevant studies have shown that it can reduce employee burnout rates by about 4.5% and significantly improve satisfaction and wellness to stay. As for market change and policy responsiveness, be sensitive to policy change, such as payment supervision and environmental protection requirements, and quickly adjust equipment and processes. Also set up flexible scheduling and replacement plans for seasonal peaks and emergencies to continuous operation, which is important as well. First of all, we believe that it's very important to be sensitive to policy adjustment, taking payment supervision and environmental protection requirements as an example. We refer to exploring the adoption of digital payment systems. The study point out that the introduction of digital payments such as mobile wallets and contactless payments not only improves transaction speed and customer satisfaction, but also help companies quickly adapt to new payment supervision mechanisms when regulations change. We found that deploying flexible scheduling during peak periods also produce significant benefits. A 2022 study by MIT showed that retail stores with flexible scheduling had an average sales increase of nearly 22% of over rigid arrangements. While pop-up and seasonal stores without flexible scheduling during holidays could even experience sales declines of up to 80 due to insufficient staff. And for framework effective evaluation and optimization paths, we have developed the multi-dimensional framework to evaluate quantitative and qualitative indicators. KPI indicator system consists of transaction time, customer satisfaction, compliance rate, employee turnover rate, BI data analysis tools, Power BI for visualization and trend tracking, user experience feedback, observe the interaction between customers and employees. SWOT analysis identifies strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in the implementation of the system. Sensitivity analysis tests a system's ability to adapt to fluctuations in customer flow and emergency. And the benefits has 4 points like improve cashier efficiency, relieve employee burden, reduce employee turnover, sustainable operation. The risk has a high technical threshold, data privacy issue, large initial investment, and also long adoption period. Optimization path suggestions. We propose 3 types of optimization paths embedded the 3-stage process of preparation, service recovery. We'll look at embedded feedback mechanism, customer satisfaction surveys, plus real-time KPI collection to quickly identify improvement points. Most a small-scale pilot adjust modules based technical layer optimization, AI assistant scheduling, self-service back-end system pilot, and combined with passenger or prediction systems such as BOT to improve scheduling accuracy. A system layer optimization, flexible shift system combined with micro break system to improve employee satisfaction. It's a mobile employee port for scheduling, learning, and feedback. And for dimension research method, scenario-based prototyping plus expert review plus contextual inquiry. User involvement, early stage engagement via scenario walkthrough and simulation. Usability evaluation, efficiency error rate, and fatigue through simulation plus expert scoring. Innovation adaptive UI for multi-device environments in retail settings. And number 5, systematic structure and framework completeness, layered architecture, integrating interface logic and data usability layer. A summary, our framework builds up the strengths of both papers. It emphasizes user-centered structure like zoning and incorporates the dynamic feedback and the UX evaluation techniques of fun by integrating ergonomic principles and operational intelligence. It offers a more holistic and sustainable model for retail checkout workstation management. And conclusion outlook limitations. Our proposed retail checkout workstation framework has the following comprehensive values. The modular structure can adapt to the operation scenarios of stores of different sites, integrate human factor, energy, engineering, and intelligent technologies to improve operational efficiency and employee well-being, achieve triple optimization of customer experience, employee satisfaction, and cost effectiveness through structural and process re-engineering. This framework provides a systematic solution for retail service management. And for future development, evaluation direction, practical expansion direction, a limitation improvement, limitation of the framework like industry adaptability needs to be verified, highly dependent on technical conditions, insufficient cultural and regulatory adaptation, high staff training costs, and theoretical improvement paths. It requires to build a regional adaptation mechanism and should be better to propose a micro-deployment strategy library, stress the employee-oriented human factors perspective, design of embedded feedback loop mechanism. And the limitation improvement for technology dependency, the improvement is deploy lightweight versions and the base service in order to reach technical threshold. Legal and cultural mismatch. The improvement is to design adjustable process modules to suit local policies and cultural practices. High training burden is required to implement digital learning platforms and mentor systems to reduce onboarding pressure. Low industry generalizability. Create prefigured packages for different store formats, like for instance, like convenience versus hypermarket. Lack of feedback mechanism. Embed the NPS service and the employee feedback channels for dynamic refinement. Insufficient ergonomic adaptation provides set standard workstations and variable health monitors improve physical comfort. All right, that's all. So thank you for your guys' patient listening and watching.